was abandoned by my mother at home to go on a trip with her friend for a week, leaving me with only a little food. That led to my death when I was just over 2 years old. My name is Christina Plankina, and this is my story. I was born on February 20th, 2016 in Russia, and I am the daughter of Maria Valentina. My mother divorced my biological father when I was very young and regained custody of me. From a very young age, my mother would often leave me alone at home for many hours. She would go out at night with her friends, wander in bars, and only return the next morning. The house we lived in was dirty, damp and moldy. The floor was filled with trash and debris. One day one of her friends suggested going on a small Valentine's Day trip, and she replied, "Let me change, and we will meet in front of my house in 1 hour." Of course my mother accepted her friend's proposal, knowing that she would have to leave me alone and fend for myself for a week. I was just a little girl, only 2 years old. She packed her things, made sure to shut off the water, and turn off the heating to avoid excessive consumption and expenses during her absence. After all, she believed she didn't need it. The only kind gesture she had towards me was leaving some pieces of chicken, yogurts and sausages on the floor, so that I could feed myself. During her trip, my mother left without even looking back, not caring about my well-being. She had told her friends not to worry about me, and that I was in good hands. My first night, from February 16th to 17th, was filled with tears and anguish. I was hungry, cold, sad, and helpless. Unfortunately, I died just a few days later, without anyone coming to help me. On February 20th, I would have turned 3 years old. My maternal grandmother had planned to visit us that day to surprise me. She had bought many gifts for the occasion. She knocked on the door, but received no response. It was then that she decided to enter, and discovered the horror of finding me naked and lifeless, lying on the floor amidst the trash. I succumbed to dehydration, malnutrition, and hypothermia. I weighed only 8 kilograms. The doctors who performed the autopsy found laundry detergent in my stomach. I was hungry and had nothing left to eat. My mother was sentenced to only 13 years in prison. Thank you for listening to my story. If you wish to support us and learn about the stories of other people, please follow us